everyone, this is Sabrina and welcome back to my channel. I am very excited to work on this project. I think I told you guys in my agenda video that I really wanted to finish Project Life 2021 and I really only had December to finish up. So I finally did all of the journaling for the rest of December and I'm just gonna do a mega Project Life video and put together all the weeks. That way next week I can show you the finished album. So this is week 50, I believe, or maybe 51. But it's gonna be Studio Calico and then I'm gonna use Ali Edwards for 2 more weeks. Then I'll put together an end page and that'll be it. So like I said, a big Project Life video and I'm excited to just get it done in one big video, and I hope you guys enjoy seeing these pages come together. All right, I'm gonna get started and switch to voiceover. Okay, here we go. So the first spread is going to be Studio Calico, and I believe it's 51, week 51. Like I said in the intro, I don't know. I'm not very good at labeling my weeks. I have 2 flip ups, one for my son and one for baking, and I am going to make a hot mess of this 4x6 house card, and I included it in my video because it's hilarious. Sometimes you do the goofiest things when you're making projects and you're like, why did I do that? Why did I waste extra time? So I wound up putting the sticker paper like too far over to the right. So I was like, okay, I'll just add some washi. That'll be cute. I put it on, cut it off. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. So then I'm like, okay, well, maybe I could just make it a washi tape card and I will cut off the houses. I'll just take the houses off and not even have the houses. So that is what I'm going to do right here. I cut a 4x6 card and then I'm going to take off the houses, and eventually I am going to decide that no, I want the houses but not the washi. See what I mean? Ridiculous. But basically I'm just going to go with a house card, and on this journaling card I just kind of listed out some of the top stories this week, which included, something about the elves. We have 2 elves. They've been around for 10 years and I don't think they're going anywhere. So I just talked about a few things they did. I talked about how we decorated the tree, which is one of the photos, and how there's always shenanigans when the tree is being decorated, and even more shenanigans when I ask for photos of the kids. Also talked about the temperatures, getting a new phone, and a sweet moment when my kids were cooperatively and happily playing Minecraft together. But I was not allowed to take a picture of it. No, that was not allowed, but that's okay. Okay, so I'm done wrestling that 4x6 card. Now I'm going to punch some holes in this page protector. And I think when I was taking pictures of the project, when I was all done, and I was trying to figure out why things weren't going in, I realized that the page protector was actually upside down the entire time. But thankfully I fixed it, but it's just another funny thing that happened while I was making this spread. Just sometimes you have boo-boos that happen and you just have to roll with it. So I am almost done fussing with this page protector. I also add some of those hole reinforcers. Who knows if they actually work, but I really like to use them because, I don't know, I wind up shredding the plastic sometimes. Which is why I would like to move away from page protectors, because I'm tired of punching holes, I'm tired of tearing plastic, and using a lot of plastic. So that's my little rant on plastic. I'm just tired of punching holes. So now I'm going to place the photos back down, and I get these photos printed, or I did get these photos printed at Persnickety Prints. So that's why there's a little bit of glare on the photos, because they have kind of like a glossy sheen, but not so much. I mean, they're matte printed, but they still have a shine to them. On the notebook journaling card, I'm going to talk about how I've seen a lot of growth in my son as a teenager, but then, he does ridiculous kid things like duct tape eyebrows, and that's the hidden photo that I have. So he is really in a transitional kind of phase, being a kid and being a teenager. And then the second thing that I talked about was my daughter and I. We have a tradition of baking every December, not necessarily the same recipe, but usually something. And this year we baked peppermint patties from scratch, which was a lot of fun. and I got some great photos of us doing that. I don't go into a lot of detail with my journaling, and I usually just pick, my favorite photos because, obviously this is all documented in December daily, so I don't need to do too much. And over on the right-hand side, I'm supposed to have a picture of a movie that we saw that week, Mixtape, and I don't know where it went. I couldn't find it, and, my craft space is a mess. The story of this 4x6 photo of my kids is my daughter did not want to get her hands dirty when she came inside from recess. That's what we call it, ever since lockdown. She didn't want to wash her hands, but she really wanted a fruit snack. So Big Brother got the great idea to put a fruit snack on the counter and see if little sister would eat it off the counter. And she did. And he died of laughter. So I just stood there kind of in shock and then took photos. I mean, nobody was harmed. Nobody was anything. So I was just taking pictures. I mean, it's one of the best moments now that I can think of between the two of them because it was just hilarious and completely unexpected. Okay, I am pretty much done with this spread. I'm going to move on to the next one where I will use Ali Edwards page protectors. I am just adding a little cluster down in the bottom with that dot card. I switched out the card to this, the dot filler card because I wasn't sure what I wanted down in that corner, but decided on that, and also grabbed a die cut that says celebrating this, a puffy sticker, fa la la, a house, and then I'll add another die cut that says love this, and also a blue house. And for the O on joy on the left hand side, I put another puffy sticker that says it's a wonderful life. So at least I think that's what it says, and it's really cute, and it stands for the O. For my son's flip up, I just did a red card, and I'll add some journaling later on. Okay, so that's the spread, and now we move on to the next one where I use Ali Edwards products. I think it's a really old Stories by the Month kit, and one of the kits was like January looks like this, and it had this grid of, photos for 5 photos, and so I used that as a template for this 6 photo collage, and I absolutely love it because there was a lot of photos this week. Obviously, it's December, so I wanted to have that. And then I did remembering. I did 4 big stories for the week, and then a list of things that we loved during this week, and one fun story from that week down in the bottom right. For the remembering for my sticker journal, I did 2 blocks of journaling, one by the number, and then the second one, so that way I could get the sticker journaling just about perfect. So my stories this week included my big shopping trip with my husband that we love to do every year, and how my daughter had a birthday, and my son and I wound up with some one-on-one time, which was awesome. And a funny story about my daughter. You can see it over on the right-hand side. She looks like she's outside, and she is. She built a lean-to with our junk pile. We had been meaning to get rid of a junk pile for a while, but she decided to take it upon herself to make a house. She made a house with an old baby gate, a broken card table, and an old Halloween sign. And it was awesome, but at the same time hilarious because it was not what we were expecting, but we loved it. She's very inventive and just loves being outside. For some of the things that we loved this week was a giant sprinkle donut, decorating our porch with all the inflatables. I showed my son a baby video of him that had happened in December on a particular day. Showed it to him, and he was willing to recreate it, and it was hysterical. So, I mean, like I said earlier, it's just the teen antics. I mean, sometimes they're dramatic and off the walls, but then other times it's off the walls with hilariousness. So I love it. I grabbed some chipboard and I did a celebrate, give thanks right in the middle of the collage. It's kind of on top of my son's head, but I still felt like it really drew your eye to that awesome collage. Added some sticker stars and then 2 brown kind of asterisks on 2 of the photos on the left and the right. And a few more stickers, and then that'll wrap up the spread. I'm just adding a few word stickers because I found those and I love word stickers. So like the one of my kids wrapping presents is Happy Holidays. They are usually in charge of wrapping presents for the grandparents, and I just love how serious they are and how much concentration there is, how quiet the house is when they're wrapping presents. So I just love that little moment. Okay, so now we're moving on to the next one. This one is like the week of Christmas, and I decided to do just one journaling card and kind of do just an overview of the week because, like I said, I've mentioned before, everything's in December daily, so I don't need to go into too much detail. And I didn't notice at the time that I was making this that I had 3 photos of my best friend's visit, but you know, oh well, obviously they were favorites, right? I did include also the family photo we got during Christmas, and so I have that big red journaling card, and I'm also going to use these fun vellum gold stars. I'll use those on the left-hand side and on the right-hand side. So the whole spread. I'm going to wind up just getting 2 pieces of 3x3 white paper and just add in one of the stars, a chipboard, and word stickers. And that's it. And I'll staple the stars. So this week was started off with my best friend coming to visit, cramming in all the activities. There was some fun for us where it was just us going shopping and going to get donuts and then doing all kinds of fun things with the kids. My son got to go to his friend's birthday party, and that's a picture of him, and he looks so grown up again, just running around at the house and getting ready for Christmas. There's also 2 4x6 photos off to the left. You can see one of them, me with the kids. I'm going to insert that in the middle. I just forgot to do that on camera. For the family photo, I was trying to figure out where I wanted that star. Decided it looks good in the bottom left corner, and I'm just going to add Christmas joy. So kind of like a sentence. Lately, I've been finding myself doing that, using the word strips to make like little sentences. And I'll also add celebrate memories to the bottom right one that has this story chipboard. And the top one, I'll put things to remember. I then decided to just add a word strip kind of border up at the top of my journaling card. Document, here, treasure, and fun. So really cute. And now I'm going to move on to the last spread. One of the things that we love to do as a family is get away for a little trip after Christmas. Not every year we can do it, but this year in 2021, we were able to get away for just a little bit, and we found a really fun new indoor water park to try. So I decided those photos will make a great end page. I used the awesome story kit, die cut This Is Amazing, and put that on the side of our family photo, which came out to like a 4x4 size. 2 other photos, and then the bottom is going to be a printout of the pattern paper that has circles. Also die cut the word awesome. I'm going to layer it on twice, and I also wanted to have a little bit of journaling for context about what the photos were about. So I guess I could have not gone through the trouble of adding the journaling, but I really wanted to, like I said, have the context. So I've added in the word awesome, and I have these leftover labels, and I thought that I had measured correctly for putting this little journaling on the labels, but I didn't. So I'm going to take both of the labels and connect them so that way they are going to be long enough for my journaling to fit. Then comes the tricky part where I have to take apart the journaling line by line and put it back together like a giant puzzle. And I've told you guys before, this stuff is so hard when you take the clear sticker journaling apart sentence by sentence. It's very tricky. But all I said in the journaling was that we had fun at this indoor water park, and we loved being able to end the year with this really awesome special trip and just getting to be together as a family. And so, yeah, that will wrap up my album. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to flip back to the beginning of December and kind of show you just how the month came together. And like I said in the beginning, I will show you the full album next week. Yeah, next week I will show you the full album. And then on Friday, I have Ashley's 10 on 10. And Saturday, I believe I'm going to talk about Project Life for this year. All right, I'm back to the beginning of December with my opening page, and then this week where I used the Stories by the Month kit, Studio Calico kit that you saw me put together, another kit with a 3x3 page protector using those vellum stars, and then the end of the album. You guys, I did it! I'm so proud of myself, and I hope you guys have enjoyed seeing all these come together. I would love a thumbs up or a subscribe if you are new to my channel. Have a great day. Bye.